Hello guys and welcome back to the 0 to 6 figure challenge. This is episode 3 and it's been a while since the last episode, so I thought we'll give you an update because I've actually added quite a little bit more to the portfolio, and today what we're going to do is talk about some of the new assets that I've added, why I've added them, and kind of go through some of the analytics behind them as well. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. So we're going to jump straight into CoinStat, which is the platform where I'm basically showing you what's in my portfolio at the moment. Of course, it's not actually on this platform. These are all held within certain wallets of mine. We have added quite a few different assets. Well, I mean, we already had some FXS and handle finance before. However, what we have done is we've added a few more FXS. And I actually loaded up when this did drop to about $4, $4.20 around that mark. So got pretty lucky in catching the bottom, and we added quite a fair amount more. Which has helped, jump this overall portfolio to, just under $2,000 at the moment. And you'll notice that we've got a new asset. We've added some CHAINLINK, just not much, just a very small bag. And we'll kind of talk about that in a moment. So just having a look at the, just the overall performance over the last month, we're up only because I've put more money in. But if we actually look in the last week, we are down about 10%. We actually did peak, over $2,000, but we're actually down about $200 just in the last week, and that's with the market kind of coming down a little bit. Having a look, you can kind of see here, this is basically where I injected some more cash just at the start of this month before we had that little rally there. And you can see, obviously, at the moment, we're mostly, we have this portfolio in Frax share. With time, of course, this is going to diversify a little bit more, and we're going to grow the portfolio into, something that is a bit more feasible. Because, 3 assets at the moment is not really a portfolio, but it's the bear market, and I'm trying to, preserve my capital, and I really just want to kind of dollar cost average or just kind of buy on certain opportunities. I don't set a specific time every week or every month to buy. It's just basically whenever I think something is worth buying, really. And I spend a lot of time in the space, so I can kind of keep up with what's going on. But I appreciate for others it might not be the case. And also the other thing to note is that I'm very flexible, very liquid, and so if I needed to, get out of one asset for another, I will happily do that. I'm definitely not going to marry my bags. So yeah, that's basically the update. Frax share is a little bit down today, but not to worry. Anyway, we're slowly growing there. We're just under 2% of the way there, really. So hopefully we can have lots more episodes where we kind of discuss things and kind of grow these portfolios over time. So at the moment you can see that I'm actually down quite a bit on Handle Finance's governance token Forex. That, like I said when I did buy it, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm 70 or 80% down. That's the kind of stuff that happens when you're buying assets that have market caps of just $1 million or $2 million. So this is a very high risk play, but I do like Handle, and Handle still does pretty well. The team are still making updates, so I'm happy with that. We won't talk about Handle, we talked about that in the last episode. We'll talk about CHAINLINK today. Now, CHAINLINK this month introduced staking, and I think for me there was a big enough incentive really to kind of explore its ecosystem, and I did that. I did actually create a long video where we kind of covered the bull and bear case, a complete overview of CHAINLINK, so definitely recommend checking that out. If you prefer written content, then yeah, I've got an article on my newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description to this. Make sure you subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and I will post very interesting articles like I did today with this one about Coinbase. So yeah, definitely go check this one out. And I think CHAINLINK is kind of really misunderstood, and I think because of that, I do think it's kind of undervalued. Now, I did buy it a little earlier on, probably earlier on in the month, and so with the market coming down, that I am 20% down on that position already, which is pretty interesting. But just having a look at the chart, if we do kind of head down to this low $5 range, I will probably buy some more. Now, in terms of staking, it's very easy to kind of participate in this. You can go to the main Chainlink website. You have to have your Chainlink on the Ethereum network, and you can basically just stake like this. I'll probably make another video dedicated to this shortly, but as you can see, the community pool is currently full. The rewards are paying around just under 5% a year, and you're able to kind of help secure this specific data feed for the time being. Now, Chainlink does have the additional aspect, which involves some of the programs, the build program, which I think is very bullish for Chainlink, especially with the protocols. I've already signed up with that, and having Chainlink where you can stake it and then basically gain 2 to 3 to 5% of these other protocols treasury tokens or their governance tokens. I think that makes Link actually really interesting, making it a cash flow productive asset, and I really don't think it's priced in yet. So I think once that really does start, and once it's visible to everyone that actually holding Link and staking it can get you all of these different assets from other protocols that Chainlink is obviously providing services for, then I think we probably will see some appreciation with Chainlink. Of course, its all-time high prices probably like around $50 or $40 or something, so there's a long way to that. I mean, who knows, we might not ever reach that anytime soon. We are deep in the bear market, so I'm not expecting it even in the next 2 years. Really, we got a long way to go, but this is the first of hopefully some accumulation that I can do with the Chainlink token. And let's see where it takes us. I think with time we're going to see more of this staking opportunity, and of course the lockup of the tokens does help a little bit with the tokenomics. The tokenomics, as I mentioned in the video, I'm not really a fan of too much, but I think Chainlink isn't the perfect token, but it is a good token, and that's kind of why I wanted to add a small amount into the portfolio. Now, as to why I've actually increased my exposure to Frax share, I think it's very easy to answer that question. For me, Frax is probably one of the most innovative protocols in the Ethereum network at the moment, and with the recent introduction of Frax ETH, you're able to actually see the kind of growth on that directly with this June analytics page that I saw. And right now we can see that the current supply of Frax ETH is around 45,000, and that seems to be growing literally every single day. And I think probably January, February, March, sometime this probably will get to 100,000, and that's 100,000 ETH, being staked. That's a lot of money if you think about it. If you think 100 ETH is $100,000, 1,000 ETH is $1 million. So 100,000 ETH is $100 million. It's a lot of value, and of course remember that 8% of this revenue that comes from the staking is actually going to Frax shareholders, so there is some cash flow positive benefits there as well. I think as we see Frax demand or Frax ETH demand increase, I think over time this will bring more eyes to the space. I think this will give Frax itself some more utility, and that might lead to an increase in demand for Frax, which will lead to hopefully some price appreciation for Frax share. Of course, time will tell. It could very easily go the other way as well. And I think it's interesting just comparing Frax to some of their competitors with Lido and Rocket Pool. I'll probably do a video about this in the near future as well. But yeah, I mean, Frax looks like it's up only at the moment, so especially with its Frax ETH product, which I'm very excited for. And I think this means that hopefully Frax share does continue to rise, and my goal is really to try and accumulate as much Frax share. Hopefully we can get to that 1,000 Frax share mark. It's a long way to go still, but I think that would be a nice goal considering, and hopefully that can lead us the way to this six-figure mark that we want for the portfolio. So that's basically the update at the moment. I mean, the markets are pretty boring at the moment. There isn't too much excitement going on. It's just bear market period, and there are some new strategies that I've recently come across that maybe I'll discuss in the next episode, but for the time being my portfolio just consists of these three assets, and it's not too much, but hopefully we can build on them. Hopefully we can add some more assets in the near future. if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know that ETH is my favorite crypto asset, and I don't actually have any in the portfolio. Probably because the price of Ether is a little high for me right now, but you know, I think long term wise, you know, you'll be all right, really. So I think that's one asset that I really want to accumulate, but just haven't been able to so far. So that's something that I've got my eyes on. But yeah, just a quick update with kind of how things are going at the moment. We talked about Frax, we talked about Chainlink, and I'll be back with another video soon. Hopefully we can in the new year sometime release episode 4, hopefully add some more, hopefully we can get to that $2,500 mark. But you know, like I said, even if we go down 30, 40, 50% from here, you know, like, I'm expecting it. You know, it's nothing to be too surprised about. You know, especially given the macro at the moment. You know, interest rates are going to continue to rise, and I think overall that is not particularly good for risk on markets like crypto. So let's see what happens. Of course, we'll continue to build, we'll continue to kind of accumulate, we'll continue to research, and we'll hopefully continue to make some amazing content for you guys. So that's all I've got for you today. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video soon.